Welcome back, guys, here to this Stormcast with me, Olsen, and of course, who is with me here next to me on the left is who? Diddis!
Oh, it's me. Apparently I was on the left.
And who's on my right? It's
Master, but I don't
Are
know
you
if I want to
Are
be.
you stuttering? Are you stuttering, Olsen? I'm not sure if he's trying to be like Martha or if he's just stuttering.
I was gonna do but it went into
Vagina.
yeah. But yeah, we are a Stormcast, of course, everybody knows. So let's go and just jump into it immediately. Diddy, what's happening with you today?
I've got ants
In your pants.
in my pants.
God damn.
I'm dealing with some ants.
God
Ants
damn.
in my
Did it get
my
inside?
garden. No.
Did it get inside?
No, they're not inside. They're not inside.
Okay.
Not close to being inside, which is good.
Okay, good.
But I was doing some lawn care, if you know what I mean. Cutting the grass.
Yes. Oh.
Just regular grass. I'm not sponsored by Lawnmower 3.0.
Wink. Is there 3.0? What the fuck? What a coincidence.
No, but I was cutting my lawn, and now I have a trimmer. I don't know what it's called, a weed whacker. Some people call it. Austin loves it. So at the edge of my lawn, there's like the outside of the lawn, and the grass is just spreading there. And I didn't cut it last year because I didn't have anything good to cut it with. Cut it? Trim it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Trim it, cut it.
Anyway, now I have. So I was like, okay, I'd better do it. So I get I walk there and do like an edge cut with the trimmer. Just and then I start removing things, and then I'm like, there's a whole bunch of ants here. Okay, yeah, sure. Not that many. So I was like, okay, but I'm gonna like remove everything that's on the pavement. So I grab a shovel and start removing, and there's a whole ant den there.
My goodness.
It was pretty hard, so I was like, I'll grab with my hands, just grab a piece of the dirt there, and it was black underneath.
Oh dear.
It was black.
Oh dear.
It was a solid mass of ants. And then I removed some more and more and more, and then I can just see, now that I've removed it, I can just see that there is a, like at the edge of the lawn, there's just a what's it, a hive of ants?
Oh.
Is it a hive?
Ew.
Yeah.
Like at the edge of the garden, so there's just tunnels into the garden, like into the whatever it is there, into the dirt, and well, I had to go drive out and buy some what's it called? Ant
Repellent.
yeah, it kills them.
Are you
It kills
killing them?
Yeah. I'm trying to
You
get
are
rid of
mass
the.
murdering
I'm
ants.
trying to get rid of it. I also have another den near my rhubarb.
Oof.
Very close to my rhubarb, which just so you know, my rhubarb was flowering, so I had to rip that whole stalk off. Really manly.
That hurts.
And so now I've taken care of that issue. So now I'm taking care of the ants, big time. Taking care of them big time. I got some things that'll kill them, but I'll have to check it out later, see how it's going. It takes a few weeks though to kill ants, so I might need to get some more ant killing things.
Yeah, I don't want to do any topical references when you're talking about this.
I
I'm
need
being
to.
just like,
I have to exterminate the hive.
Baldur says vinegar works really well.
Yeah, I'm sure vinegar works really well, but I don't want it kills other things as well.
True. But if you put it inside their hole.
Yeah. I could do that, but
irredeemable monster.
Yeah,
well,
you can also.
You live in a country with no ants. I think we will not take your vote into account.
Wow,
There's
it's just like Eurovision. I'm snubbed.
Yeah.
There's a super hive under our house, and it's
under the
definitely
house.
yeah. Well, it's like kind of under the whole neighborhood, but it's mostly like we can tell like on the sidewalks where it starts and stuff like that. And it's mostly under our house, and sometimes they get into our pipes and come up the shower drain. So
nice.
Oh, brother.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, that's difficult. That's difficult. Because what I bought, it's like a thin pellet, which has some holes in it, and it has some syrup or some honey or something inside. But it also it's like deadly to the ants, so they're attracted to it. They go and grab it, take it to the hive, and all the ants eat it, and then they die.
We also have that. We usually have that in front of our house too.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Try to get them away, but it works. But it's when there's a super hive, it's
it's difficult.
Super hive.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Also, you know there are super hives of ants with millions or probably multiple millions, close to 1 billion ants in one hive.
I think they should take over the world.
Which
Maybe they will.
span like such a large area. Like a super hive, as Martha said, under their neighborhood, it's probably not a huge super hive compared to other super hives.
But they can destroy a lot of things. Like they can destroy roads and stuff.
And they tunnel. They tunnel, and they like make the dirt hard or something around their hive, so it like destroys the soil as well. Anyway, that's what I'm dealing with. It's not too difficult, but I just it's not a lot of ants, but I just put out some things to kill them. The next problem I have is dandelions. Yeah. There are so many dandelions in my garden.
Dandelions.
Dandelions!
I was too late to pluck them out, so now they've all flowered and spread their seed. So
nice.
I'm gonna get more dandelions next year.
Dandelion!
You're fool.
There were so many of them. My garden was yellow. Just at one point, it was part of it was just yellow.
Well, in the last 2 weeks ago, you said like you were having it under control, and now you lost control of the garden. Sounds like to me you are in a sticky situation.
Ooh.
He's getting antsy about it.
The dandelions just
knowing this.
The dandelions just they just popped up out of nowhere. It was just one day I looked out and I was like, there are so many dandelions. So gonna have to do something about that. We'll see if I do something this year or next year.
They're the silent killers.
Yeah. One thing you can't do about it is just grow some more grass. And the grass, if there's good soil for grass, it'll overtake the dandelions.
What about clovers?
No, I don't want a clover lawn.
Clovers.
Do you want clover lawns?
Yeah.
So you want to find the 4-leaf clover and get all the power that they will unleash to her.
I want to get some luck.
Ooh.
Damn. I've watched some videos of clover lawns, and it's like, I don't know. I'm not that interested in clover lawns.
Our front yard is kind of a clover lawn.
Yeah. I know
bit.
Baldur was talking about it. We were talking about it when we came visiting. I was talking with Baldur about it.
But our backyard is just normal garden.
Yeah.
Oh damn, brother.
He said that he wrote something with clovers on the front lawn.
Yes, he did.
He wrote something with clovers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when he put the seeds down, you know, he put them in. He wrote.
He was making a joke, probably.
No, he made a heart on one side, and he wrote M on one side, and something.
And did you ever see it?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. It was the clovers were a lot higher than he expected, so it was very visible.
Yeah.
But it was nice.
I'm just trying to grow some grass. Regular grass.
Good old green grass.
Yeah, to smoke.
No, not to smoke.
Oh.
Got him!
That's wheat. That's wheat.
I know. I was
on.
just talking in Icelandic, you know.
Yeah. People don't understand what grass means. It's wheat.
Yes, it's wheat.
Wheat.
Yes.
Well, that's shit in Swedish.
Yeah.
We're teaching people languages today as well.
Yeah, amazing.
That's my garden update.
Yeah.
That was a fascinating garden update. Thank
It
you
was
for
lovely.
that. But
You're
now
welcome.
we're gonna turn around to our right to Marta.
Well, first I have
What happened this
to
weekend?
give a shout out first.
Okay.
Because
To whom?
today is my favorite girl's birthday. Baby Xiao. She's
Baby
5
Xiao.
years old today.
5 years
Yeah.
old.
And
The seer of seas.
Yeah, she gave herself a beautiful gift today of
Oh.
perfume
Ooh.
made with cow poop. It was amazing.
I thought you were gonna say a skunk.
No.
Delicious
that would be
cow
worse.
poop.
It was...
Do you have skunks in Denmark?
I don't know. I don't think.
Skunken?
I'm gonna
Skunken?
guess yes.
Probably somewhere. I don't know. I've never seen them.
Maybe it's too cold.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Could be.
Yeah, I don't know.
But there's also a lot of animals here that I haven't seen. I've only seen a wild hedgehog once, so...
Oh,
Ooh,
hedgehogs.
that's radical, dude.
When me and Olsen lived in Sweden,
Yeah.
we saw hedgehogs all the time, right?
Oh, every time, bro, we were like, dude.
If you go outside and it's a bit late, it's like dusk. The hedgehogs are out,
I'm jealous.
and they
And
are.
Sonic is also there.
I was gonna say they are horny.
Oh.
Because they got spikes.
Goddamn.
Oh, you got me there.
Maybe not horns. They're
No. They would be cool, though, if they had horns.
They're horn dogs.
oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, this weekend was Eurovision.
Melodifestivalen.
Yes.
No, also,
it was in...
that's a totally different thing.
Oh.
but
Good
it was
thing.
in Sweden, so, I mean...
Yeah. Very.
Do they not call Melodifestivalen in Sverige?
That's the no.
Do they say
it
Eurovision?
isn't.
Do they say Eurovision?
Yeah.
When
Melody-
it's
But we say,
Eurovision...
but we say Söngokjämningen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No,
yeah,
do we?
do.
About Eurovision.
Super sad.
We say it like that, but I know like it still says Eurovision and stuff because countries are not allowed to change what it's called.
Yeah.
So we're just
it's
being
only
rebels by calling it
It's only
that.
the Swedish competition to see who gets to sing it or who represents Sweden in Eurovision. That's
But
called
we're just
Melodifestivalen.
rebels. We're rebels.
Maybe Norwegian do it as well. Have you thought about that? Maybe they speak similar language to Danes. Norwegians, Swedish, I don't know.
Oh no. It's all the same language. No.
Oh.
Well, I know Norway was your favorite song, Olsen, this year. Oh, well, you loved it when you told me about it.
Long time ago on Honey Bear.
Now you
But
hate
what
it.
happened in this Eurovision? What happened?
Norway was
Iceland
last
win? Did
place
Damn.
in the
Oh, not
grand
Iceland.
final. Well, Iceland was
Iceland wasn't
last
even
place
there.
overall. Like overall, Iceland got 3 points. Iceland got 3
That's-
points total from 2 countries.
That's respectable.
Let me guess. Sweden, Denmark.
No, it was the UK gave us 2 points, I think, and I don't remember who gave us 1 point.
Yeah, we had a terrible song this year. It was a disaster.
I mean, it's fine, but it's just not exciting. It was a very boring song. Like, it was never gonna get into the final, and I don't know why people thought it would.
It was like a song from 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's like a song that would possibly get, like, jury votes, but the semifinals don't have a jury, so obviously we didn't get in. But I don't think Iceland would have even gotten that many jury votes this year. Like, it just was not exciting at all. It was a very boring song. And even, like, it was even more boring in Eurovision than it was in the Icelandic Eurovision, because at least she had more people on stage. Like, she had, like, 4 dancers, but this time it was just her. Just her.
Oh. Why?
So nobody's surprised that we didn't get in.
Why?
Very sorry, but also I'm not sorry at all. When we didn't get in, I was just like, makes sense.
I can just talk to you directly, Hera. When you make it again, I will be your dancer, baby.
Yeah, in 13 years when you go, or was it 14? I don't remember when she went.
Yeah.
When you go again, Hera.
Yes, I will be a dancer. I will be quite old as well, but I will dance.
I was just going to say, at least we didn't get 0 points, as some countries have in the past.
Yes, but they got that like in the grand finale.
Yeah.
But they made it at least to the grand finale.
Well, they kind of are there automatically, this country, so.
Why?
The Big Five, they're always in the finale.
Oh, you were talking about UK. I thought you were talking about Norway. That's why I was so confused.
No. Norway got points. They just got last place.
Did UK get 0 points again?
Well, they got 0 from the people's votes. Televotes, they got 0. Yeah.
Lol.
He just danced when it showed that. He was like... So he took it like a champion, you know.
Okay. It's tradition to not give.
Yeah,
the UK
exactly.
points.
But he got quite a bit from the jury, so he'll be fine. Mm-hmm. Like his song was pretty nice, but it wasn't great live. It's better like the studio version, so I get it.
The UK's only had like one good song in Eurovision in the past, I don't know how many years.
Is it your favorite song? Space.
Oh my god, your voice cut out when you did it.
Yeah.
We just heard space, and then we saw you like...
Mouth gaping.
So, any drama, scandals, or...
Oh.
Yes.
I don't think there's ever been this much drama at Eurovision, baby boy. There's been a lot of drama through the years, but nothing even compares to what happened this year. It's been crazy.
Everybody's angry, I guess.
Yes.
And
I
angsty.
mean, first of all, Greta Thunberg got arrested.
What? Why was she there?
She was protesting. Yeah, she was protesting outside.
Saturday, so
you know, she was just doing Greta things. She just happened to be there.
Doing Greta things.
Yeah, she's protesting, gets arrested.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much you've heard, but I feel like you might have heard the one thing that happened, the biggest thing that happened, which is that a song got disqualified for the first time.
Yeah, what song was it?
Netherlands.
Our favorite.
Europa,
Oh, I thought that won.
That song did not win.
I thought it was like
they were disqualified. They didn't even get to compete.
No, there's like speculations that it definitely would have won if it had been there, but I'm not sure.
Maybe someone was stopping it. Huh.
I mean, that's definitely a conspiracy that's going on.
About you.
That's definitely a conspiracy. But it is.
What country that won?
Stopped it.
Switzerland.
Switzerland, the most neutral country in Europe. Was that a coincidence? I'm putting my theory hat on. No.
Well, there's a lot of theories that because Switzerland had the first Eurovision and now they won, so this is going to be the last one.
Oh. No, they're the most neutral country. Everybody voted them to be like, save us from this doom and gloom in Europe.
No, they did not. They won because of the jury vote, to be honest. But they are amazing. Like, this song has been my favorite since I heard it, and it's such a great song and great singer. The staging, it was not great. I did not love the staging. I definitely expected a lot more from them. But the song was beautiful. Their voice, amazing. So they definitely did deserve to win, but they didn't win the jury. They weren't even second place in the jury, so that's always a bummer. No, in the televotes, I mean.
Yeah, televotes, yeah.
They were first place jury, yes.
Who was first place?
Who was second
televotes?
place? Yeah, televotes.
Who was first place televotes? That was who everyone wanted to win, which was Croatia. And they
Baby
were
lasagna.
Yeah. And they were second place this year.
And this is the second time the winner of the televotes hasn't won.
Yeah. And people are pretty upset about that, understandably. Like, I did kind of want Croatia to win, it would have been fun if they won. And they definitely did deserve it as well. But I think this year I am a little bit glad that the jury vote was there, because the second place in the televotes was a country that I did not want to win at all. And there was only
I guess I know what this.
Yeah. And there was only 7 points between them. So it was very close in the televotes, the first and second place. So I am quite happy that the jury was there this year to keep that from happening. But it still does suck this progression that the jury is kind of just deciding who wins.
Yeah.
Not fun.
It's difficult because the jury oftentimes are united on one song.
Yeah, and that's what happened this year and last year.
Yeah, and there isn't enough variation, and then you just get a whole bunch of points to one song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's rough, baby girl. It's not great.
So third place, I guess, was the country you were like, yikes.
No.
Or
the third place was Ukraine, I think.
Okay, makes sense.
They had an amazing song. It was so good.
Oh, okay.
It was so good. I hadn't heard it before Eurovision, but it's one of my top songs from this year. It was so good. And I think you would enjoy it. I think so.
Fair enough. Okay.
I don't remember the results actually, so I'm gonna
where was
check.
Scandinavia in this list?
Norway at the bottom. Sweden was top 10, I think.
Sweden is also top 10. They are we made pop music.
So first place.
We made Eurovision.
First place was Switzerland.
Swaziland.
Second place was Croatia. Third place was Ukraine. Fourth place was France.
France?
Yeah.
What?
That was a nice song, actually, but yeah. They got pretty good. They got 227 from the public and 218 from the jury, so pretty good.
Ridiculous point system, 400 points and you're in fourth place.
Yeah, the one that won got 591 points total.
Oh, okay, so it was divided very evenly.
Also, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you that the Swedish song, it's had its fair bit of criticism in Sweden.
I know why. I know who sung the song.
Because the artist or the artists are famous Norwegian.
Norwegian twins or brothers.
I don't know.
They won Junior Eurovision many years ago.
Look how Norway is sliding into Sweden and be like, yo, we can do songs too.
It's very strange because usually all the songwriters for all pretty much all countries are Swedish. A bit of exaggeration, but,
Yeah.
but like,
But
I
what
mean, it
happened
still
with
is
Sweden
like a
letting
thing.
Norway
Like
get in?
Sweden is sweeping into all countries.
yeah.
But yes, then fifth
What's it-
place was Israel.
Uh-huh.
Then, and out of the top 10, they had the least jury votes.
Okay.
Really? Okay.
But they got a lot from the public, like I said.
Huh.
And
Wow.
then Ireland was number 6.
Ireland. Okay, they are all of a sudden good. Whoa, what happened?
Well, I showed you their song. It was the Doomsday Blue. It was like the demonic song.
I don't remember.
Well, anyways, it was
remember
kind of
that.
funny because they won 6th overall, won 6th from the jury and 6th from the public, so they
Nice.
got
Okay.
666. So they got the
Damn.
Lucifer's crown. So they were quite happy with their results. Yeah, then number 7 is Italy. And
Italy, what's happening?
Yeah, they were
the
quite-
Big Fives are in the
I
top
was
10.
quite surprised with that actually, but apparently it was quite popular. And then 8th was Armenia, which I quite loved. It was very like folk music.
Oh, okay.
Then 9th was Sweden. And
Wow, 9th.
Yeah.
Where's Finland? Where's Finland? Tell me. Where's 10?
10th
Where's 10?
was Portugal.
What? The Madrigal. Oh,
Madrigal.
si senora.
Finland was
Yikes.
19. They only got 38 points.
Yikes.
Yeah,
And
very
you
sad.
loved that song.
I love them.
I was a bit I was a bit tired when I was watching, but then when Finland came on, I was like, yeah, this is a banger.
They're so
And,
good, but I think it's just
it was really well done as well, much better
Yeah,
than
it was
what
so
they had
good.
before.
their staging,
Huh.
flawless. It was
Yeah.
so good. Yeah, Norway was last place with 16 points. But yeah, I think like what happened with those countries is that they are quite popular with like people, but most people were trying to vote for the ones that were highest, like Croatia and Switzerland and stuff like that,
Yeah.
just to make sure that they would win, so that some other countries would not win, you know?
Okay. Okay.
So I think
Yeah,
the
yeah.
public votes were kind of concentrated in certain areas. And I think, yeah, that's what happened to poor Norway and Finland.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of the other
Yeah.
Nordic countries got in, so not Denmark
No.
or Iceland.
Yeah. I think almost nobody watched the Eurovision in Iceland this year.
Yeah, it was like,
And I think it might kill Eurovision in Iceland. This year might have
I
just
think
ruined Eurovision for
I think
Icelanders.
it killed Eurovision in a lot of places, to be honest. And I
Yeah.
was, like, on the day of Eurovision, I was very, very sad, because I was like, if this country wins, it means the end of Eurovision forever. And
Oh.
even if it doesn't, like, it will be a bit different from now on. It's been crazy. I wasn't sure if I was going to watch because I wanted to boycott as well. But we ended up just watching and then turning off the like stream when the song came on. So I actually haven't seen that act.
Are you scared you'll like it?
I heard half of the song the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's a good singer. I won't, like, there's no denying that she's a
song
good singer.
are you talking about?
Israel?
Israel? Okay, yeah.
Ooh,
It's
Martha
not
dropped
real.
the bomb.
Now it's getting real.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
getting real, Martha.
if
Keep
I'm
on.
gonna tell you the drama, I will have to drop the bomb many times, so
Fine. Okay. Alright.
I don't want to drop bombs.
Go for it.
Well,
Cut that.
well.
You cut off.
Well.
Yeah.
It was quite a dramatic
what
year.
happened?
It was very dramatic. As you know,
A year?
Eurovision.
Yeah.
Yes, the year of Eurovision, you know.
It really is. It really is.
But as you know, like, Eurovision says that they are not political. and they do everything to not be political.
Yes.
And this year, EBU tried so hard to not be political that they overcompensated and made it super political by giving a certain country special treatment. So the
Israel?
Yes, the Israeli press was allowed to go places that press isn't allowed to go, like into the areas where only contestants are supposed to be, and they were like,
Why?
don't know. No
Oh.
answers.
No.
Because I didn't want to say no to them, I guess. And they were like harassing the contestants and like saying mean stuff and just being assholes overall.
Oh.
And from
Whoa.
what I hear, like, you know, back in the day, because we work in the hotel, and there was like a certain point in time when we would get Israeli guests,
Yes.
and they would
Yes.
be very, very difficult.
Yes.
I would say they've changed a lot since then, and they're not like that anymore. But apparently, the Israeli delegation was behaving in similar ways to the tourists that we used to have,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
from what I hear. But then they were also harassing people and stuff like that.
So we're not saying every Israeli
Absolutely.
is difficult, but it's just from our experience, Israeli tourists that we've met before
Yeah.
have, in general, been very difficult.
Yes. And like I said, they have changed that a lot. And I know that there was like a campaign in Israel for a while to like encourage people to be nicer when they traveled because of the reputation they had. And it did change after that, and especially when like younger people started traveling, it changed a lot.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah. But yeah, they were just harassing people, and they were... A lot of the contestants have like talked to the EBU and talked about the harassment they had. For example, Ireland, sorry.
Yeah, I was like, that was confusing.
No, Ireland
Is the Israeli press
was a big one,
harassing
because
Israel?
that was just like right away, like in the semi-final that Ireland was going, the like commentator said some nasty stuff, made some comments about their queerness,
Yikes.
and
Oh, okay.
asked people to send hate to them. And I will say, everything I'm going to say is also some of it is stuff that just is said on the internet. Some of it might be not 100% correct.
Yeah, some murmurs on the internet.
Yeah, but this is what I said, and they have since then talked to the EBU about it, and the EBU said that they would take it super seriously, but then they have done nothing about it. And a few other countries have reported some, like Portugal, they reported that they saw some harassment, pretty bad harassment, and they reported it. The EBU has not done anything. And then
for everyone listening, the EBU is the Eurovision Broadcasting.
The European Broadcasting Union.
Broadcasting Union.
It's
but
does
they
it do
run
anything
Eurovision.
else than Eurovision?
Some stuff.
Eurovision
But Eurovision
Junior?
is the thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's talk about Joost, Netherlands.
Used.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I was gonna
thought you
say
were
first
saying-
before we get that. I know Israel was not very pleased with the location
Oh.
of Eurovision in Malmö.
Okay, I haven't heard that.
I
Why?
heard this.
Tell us.
I heard this on the radio. Actually, I don't listen to the radio a lot, but I heard this on the radio, and there was apparently they were like, Malmö is the worst location to have Eurovision for Israeli people, because there is so much hate. There's and they were, because there was also going to be peaceful protests there.
Yeah, there was a lot of protests.
Protests about the war on in
In
Gaza?
Yeah.
And they were like, they're just Jew haters, blah blah.
Yeah.
And apparently they were not very. They did not like the choice of location.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, Israel. I don't think you would have been happy with any location because I think it
No.
would have happened anywhere.
Anywhere.
Well, Malmö has kind of had a bad rap
It
now
has.
in the
It
past. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
But still-
it's painted
but
like
still-
very bad here in Iceland.
But I think
Yeah.
I think like it wasn't handled badly, and
no, true.
the protests were peaceful. They're
Yeah, I mean, Greta Thunberg was arrested, so.
well, yeah,
But I think it was quite peaceful. Like, I've only heard that it was peaceful. Few people were arrested, but it was just like, people are always arrested at
yeah.
protest kind of thing.
Well, if they
There was
do something
someone-
they're not supposed
There
to.
was like one person that was arrested, but I don't think that was necessarily with the protest. I think they were like in the arena that had like a knife on him or something.
Oh,
What?
So that was the only violent thing that was taken kind
that
of.
was all I was going to say about Israel.
Yeah.
Before we
Yeah.
go on, because I had heard this and it was just like they are not pleased with this.
Yeah.
And it was
Have to
just
say something
some
there.
harsh words about the choice of
Supporting Greta
location.
Thunberg.
I mean, who wouldn't? I have no idea, sorry. But yeah, let's talk about the Netherlands. So
Yeah.
Just.
they were in the second semi-final, and they got in.
Okay.
Yes.
And after, I don't remember if it was during the semi-final or if it was during rehearsal, but Joost is singing a very emotional song, like about his parents that have passed away.
Uh-huh.
And when he finishes the singing, he gets like super emotional. And so he had requested with the EBU that he would not be recorded when he comes off stage. And the EBU had agreed to this, and they had agreed to the terms and everything, and like all the camera people knew that they weren't allowed to record him. But every single time there was people recording him. So during this, don't remember if it was during, I think it was during the rehearsal, but I'm not completely sure.
Because
Yeah.
they did not participate in
Yeah.
some rehearsal.
Yeah. But there's so many rehearsals, so I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
exactly.
So it was either after the semifinal or after like the first rehearsal, but I think it was the first rehearsal after the semifinal. So
Yeah.
he came off stage and there was a camera person recording him. So he asked, "Could you please stop recording me?" And they didn't stop, and they went on for a bit. And it hasn't been completely released what happened. I'm sure it'll be released soon. But from what people have said, like
Yes.
people have been saying like more and more, but this is like what, according to people, what has happened was this, and then he like, after a bit of like back and forth asking her to stop, he like either made like a punching motion towards the camera or tried to grab the camera or like push the camera away.
Okay.
She called the police, and
Okay.
I think he like, also I've heard that he like apologized right away, but I'm not sure about that. But anyway, she called the police and filed a report and said that she was scared for her life and that he was threatening her. And the EPU was like disqualified. And disqualified him based off that.
Okay.
And
There must be a video clip of this, but
that's what
we
everyone
don't
is
know.
waiting for. We're all waiting for the video clip to be leaked. Because it's like, come on, just leak it. Come
Just
on,
hack
we
it,
know
yeah.
it's there.
You're a hacker.
But
hack it.
the
Hack the
police
system.
has been like investigating it for a while, so
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So they disqualified him, which everyone thought was like disproportionate.
Sus.
And there was also like, right when it happened, like when they disqualified him, there was like so many rumors going around that like he had beat her up and that he had raped her and stuff
Yeah,
like
it
that.
was
Like
just-
people went crazy with the rumors.
Oh wow.
It's because there was so little information. It was like, some like,
and they did
something to do
release
with
that
the
a
staff
physical
person.
altercation happened
Yeah.
with female staff.
boy.
Like, of course,
Yeah,
people are gonna
exactly.
assume.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Unnecessary to say female, by the way. There.
yeah, exactly. It
just feels.
That was just like rumor
some
baiting
fires.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they got disqualified, and like I think it's called Avrotras, which is like the Netherlands roof kind of thing. They were quite upset about it, and they like stood with him and appealed about it, but it got denied, and he was still disqualified. And then a lot of like the other contestants were really unhappy with this, and this is when Ireland reported what happened to them, because that had happened during the first semi-final, but they didn't report it, and then they reported it after this, because they were like, actually, if you're going to disqualify him, why haven't you done anything about this?
Yeah.
Tea.
And
hot cocoa.
Yeah. And then
and then
I'm trying to remember which.
There
was like a few countries that were thinking about quitting. I don't remember exactly who it was, but there was at least Switzerland, Portugal,
Norway.
I don't think it was Norway. It was Switzerland, Finland? Portugal, and the UK was a big one. And there were a few other ones that were thinking about quitting, and they like had. I think the EPU was in a crisis meeting for like more than 24 hours straight. Like they were just in crisis meeting after crisis meeting because so much was happening, and they like they were thinking about quitting. And I think like if the UK had withdrawn, that would have been like huge because they're part of the Big Five.
That's big.
But they did like come to some conclusion, and it didn't happen. But they like all reported all the stuff that they had seen and what had happened, and there was so much. Oh, sorry, I burped. There was so much like bad atmosphere, and there was like the Lithuanian singer, like during the last rehearsal, ran off stage crying, and Ireland had to like go. Confront them, comfort them, and that was like a huge thing. And he later said that he had cried because the atmosphere was so bad, and it was just like so hard to be there. And a lot of countries have come forward talking about like how bad the atmosphere was and just how crazy everything was. And during the flag ceremony, France.
Is there a flag ceremony?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Well, there's a flag ceremony always at the beginning where they like walk with the flags, but I was not going to say that. I was going to say the family show, which is also called the flag show or something, which is why I confused it. Okay. But they have like a family show in the morning for people to bring their families, I guess, to see the show.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like a rehearsal. Yeah. It's like the last dress rehearsal kind of thing. But people can bring kids. And during that, France, which he is known to be like a very neutral person, and he never like gets involved in any kind of drama, and he tries to never say anything controversial and stuff like that. He's kind of known for that in France. Like I saw some comments from people saying like he's the only French person that hasn't said anything controversial, kind of thing. And or in the entertainment industry. And during the family show, he stopped mid-song and made a speech about peace.
Oh, he shacked.
And then he walked out of the arena.
Oh my god! This is just.
That was crazy. The speech was really good, by the way.
Did he speak English or French?
English.
Oh, okay.
That's
very good.
Yeah, he even said, "I'm very sorry, my English is not very good, but I need to talk about this." And he like made a speech about how he had wanted to start music as a kid because he wanted like this united by music kind of feeling, and it didn't feel that way now, and that we all needed to have peace in our hearts and stop.
The slogan for the whole thing is like united
by music, which is very ironic. And people have been talking about that a lot, like united by music.
So that was the slogan of this year.
It's
Yeah.
kind of the
Or is
slogan
it
of
always?
Eurovision now.
Yeah, I think.
Like,
yeah.
they always changed it, but I feel like the last few years it's always been United by Music.
I think so too.
Yeah, because they used to change it every year, like every country would have to come up with their own, but I think they just kind of ran out, so they just kept having United
Oh, yeah,
by Music.
United by Music. That's good.
They were like, yeah, that's a good
ever
one.
since,
Let's just keep it.
I guess ever since we needed more unity
Yeah.
in Europe.
Yeah.
But yeah, so also like the countries that were
Ah.
thinking about leaving, they didn't show up to the family show.
Yeah.
And they were like having a crisis meeting and stuff. And then what more? There was so much that happened, my goodness. Oh my god. Also, this is like not related to the big drama, but Moldova
being
didn't
your
get
drama.
in through the semifinals.
Okay.
And she is so hurt. Like, she is so upset about it. It was quite a boring song.
Oh.
Like, she was a good singer,
damn.
but it was quite a boring song. But she's been, like, making posts, like, I guess the only way to win this competition is to be naked or a demon. And she's been so, like, making crazy posts and, like, reposting other people that say this kind of stuff and just, like, trying to bring everyone else down. It's like, oh, my goodness.
That's a
Yes, indeed.
sore loser.
Yeah, absolutely.
Diddy got some clapbacks.
At least
been kind
Iceland,
of
we're like,
insane.
yeah, Hera, she didn't get through.
Yeah,
Maybe
everyone.
next year.
Yeah, and also, like, everyone in Iceland, in, like, the comments there, everyone's like, good job, Hera, like, under the thing that's like, Hera got last place overall, and people in the comments are like, good job! I'm like, yeah.
Well, it's probably like just also
I mean-
like, good job.
I mean,
we all
I
knew
think,
this.
you know, the people that are in the comments are
It's the older generation,
yeah.
of course.
special,
Yeah,
special kinds of people there, you know, so I'm not surprised.
Comment section.
But
is
yeah,
reserved
more about the
for, special people.
drama.
Yeah.
During the
Give us all
shows,
tea.
there was a lot of booing, of course.
Ooh,
And
Yeah.
ooh.
for the semifinals, they used like anti-booing technology, and apparently they were using
Anti-booing.
it even more than usual years because they
What?
always have it, but
What is-
they just use it.
What is anti-booing technology?
From what I understand, it's like dampening the sounds of the audience and having like certain microphones where they just play clapping sounds to it. So it sounds like
okay.
there's clapping kind of thing. I have no idea. I don't know. But they then promised that they wouldn't use it. And during the final, there was a lot of booing. It was,
Oopsie.
I missed it because I didn't watch the performance. But I've heard the booing was crazy. And then, when the voting was coming up, a lot of people that were supposed to read the votes for the countries dropped out. They were like, no, we're not taking part in this shit. So Alessandra, who was for Norway last year, she was supposed to tell the points for Norway.
Yeah.
And she...
Queen of Kings.
Yeah, she she withdrew and made like a video on Instagram talking about Gaza and how she couldn't take part in this. And then Karja was supposed to be for Finland. He also dropped out.
Oh, your favorite boy.
And then also Nikki Tutorials, who you might know, you might not.
Oh my god!
She's
yeah.
a
Oh my
makeup
god! I
artist.
forgot about her.
She's a YouTuber. Internationally famous. She was supposed to
yes.
tell the points for Netherlands. Norway and Finland, by the way, just got some new people instead. Just some random
Of
people.
course.
But Netherlands, Nikki Tutorials withdrew as well. And they decided not to send anyone instead of her to do the points.
What was them instead?
So Martin Österdahl, the head of EBU Eurovision, like the new Jon Olesand, he had to do the points. Oh my god. I could not hear a word he said from the booing. The booing was so loud, you could not hear a word he said. Not a word.
Yikes.
I only knew what points they gave because we saw it on the screen, you know, but we could not hear a word he said. the booing was so loud, and he just was there like, and then, you know, when after Eurovision, the winner has like a winner press conference, and the head of EBU Eurovision is always there. So Martin is always there. Jon Olesand was always there, you know.
Yeah.
He didn't show up
Oh.
because he was
Was
so
scared.
sad about the booing.
Oh, do you know that?
Well, that's just what it said, but I don't know if that's true. But I think
I would be
like
so
people think it
scared.
is because of the booings, because like he didn't want people to be, maybe because he didn't want to have the attention instead of like Switzerland.
Yeah.
But I like to think that he was just so sad.
Sometimes
Sitting in the
it's
corner.
better to drop out to keep the mood up.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, people would definitely have just been trashing him if he was there, asking him questions about like what they were gonna do and stuff like that. But yeah, the EBU kind of okay. Yes. Also, one thing I forgot. So as you might have known, like the Palestinian flags were banned from the competition,
Okay.
from coming into
I know
the
now.
arena. But that's
I
like
didn't know.
Okay.
that's kind of a thing that's always there. Like you can only bring the flags of the countries that are in the Eurovision,
Makes sense.
and
makes sense.
the rainbow flags. You can bring them as well.
Yeah.
So, but they decided to be like, remember, no Palestinian flags, and they were like really hammering on that and just saying like Palestinian flags. They were not even like saying like no flags outside of Eurovision countries. Like they were just like no Palestinian flags. And then during the grand final, they were also taking non-binary flags of people, which is kind of
Yikes.
weird because they are.
Is it a similar flag or no?
No, not at all.
They're
But-
purple?
Yeah, it's like
It
purple
depends.
Yeah.
and
There's
yellow.
a whole bunch of
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a whole
well,
bunch of different
they were
flags.
taking those flags off people, which is very strange. There were two non-binary contestants this year. One of them being Switzerland, which won and was our first non-binary winner.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah, very nice. But they Nemo, the singer, they had to smuggle in their non-binary flag into the
Sneaky.
into the arena, and they were so upset that they were taking non-binary flags off people, which is also just really weird. And also, for the grand finale, they banned the EU flag, the European Union flag.
Okay, why?
Because, well, they haven't said, but because in Europapa he has the EU flag everywhere. And I guess they like didn't want people to remember him or something, I don't know, but they banned the EU flag. And the EU is super angry. And the EU, they were like, we are not taking this lightly, we are taking this all the way, we are like, I don't know if you would call it suing, but they're like taking an issue with the EPU about this, and they are we are not letting them get away with this. They were so angry, understandably, because like they can't ban the EU flag from the competition.
But you said flags of countries. EU flag isn't flag of a country.
Well, it doesn't say flag of countries. I said not flags of countries outside of Eurovision.
Okay.
So, yeah, it shouldn't be banned, but also like they could get away with it because of like the rules not stating a kind of thing. But also I saw people with flags from Ecuador, so
Well, that's very random.
yeah. So I don't know. I think they're just kind of picking and choosing what they want to ban and what not.
Just pick and mix.
Anyways, the EBU is in a lot of trouble. I have a feeling Martin might be fired. Yeah, the EBU is going to have a lot on their hands.
Is this his second year?
Martin, second or third, maybe? He hasn't been for a long time, at least.
No.
He's like gives like daddy vibes.
Well, then you will like one of the songs that Sweden made during the in-between things. They made a song about how everyone is so excited about Martin. And the girl's favorite moment is when he licks his lips and says, Ready to Go or something. I don't remember exactly how the song went.
Oh my.
Yeah, it was a very interesting song, for sure.
Did ABBA come? Did ABBA
Oh
come?
my god, also you would have
Don't
hated
talk
what
about
they
ABBA.
did with
Don't talk
ABBA.
about ABBA.
It was horrible. I have to do that. I have to tell him what happened.
What?
It was so bad.
I watched it. I was so confused. I was like,
You kind of have to watch it, Olsen. It was so bad. People were so angry because they had been teasing that ABBA would come. I think, I thought everyone knew they weren't coming. Like, I knew because they said they weren't going to come. So I just thought everyone knew. But I think everyone just had the hopeful thinking that they, changed their mind. But they were, really teasing it. Also, one of the hosts, Olsen, was Malin Agerman, which is who plays the mom in Final Girls.
Yeah. She's,
Yeah, she was one of the hosts. She was really good.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, and...
But they had 3 Eurovision queens singing ABBA.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, not only that did they... Maybe you don't know. They kept teasing, and they were always like, we got this band to get together this one time. They start with A.
Yeah, Alcatraz.
And there was Alcatraz. And
I love Alcatraz.
That was kind of funny, though, because they were, singing,
I love
and
Alcatraz.
then Petra, the other host, came to Malin and was like, Malin, that's, not a big deal. You just have to bring a wine bottle and they'll reunite.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It's fine.
Alcatraz.
That's not exciting. What everyone is here for is
reunite
ABBA.
on a dime.
And they were like, yeah, true. So they were really teasing ABBA, and she was like, everyone wants ABBA. And we got them, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. What's happening? What's happening?
Then they showed the screen, and it went to the ABBA Voyage in London, the hologram show.
Yeah.
Which, I'm sure it's really good when you see it live. And they, I guess they talked into it, because it was, their voices now. It was, older voices, and they were, saying some stuff to Eurovision kind of thing. But, oh my god, you're not supposed to see these holograms so close up. It was so uncomfortable watching it. They were, really uncanny valley, and, how they were moving and talking. It was just, I'm sure it's good when you're there, watching ABBA Voyage.
Yeah.
But you're not supposed to be as close to them as the camera was. It was horrendous. It was so bad.
As I said, I was kind of, I had this in the background, and I saw this, and I was so confused as to what was happening.
Mm-hmm. It was.
And I was like, they look strange and strangely young, and I was like, what is this?
It was so strange. It was so uncomfortable. It was freaking me out so much. But Sweden knows how to do a good show. They did really good with the show itself. It was great. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the entertainment things was just really fun. And they did this one song, which, I think their songs that they made were bops. They were so good. But they were just in poor taste, given everything that was going on. The Martin Österdahl one about how hot he was and all that, it came, shortly after all the booing of him, everyone being so angry at him. But, of course, they can't cut it. They don't have anything else. True, and then they also had this song that was about, last year, Sweden winning above Finland and how everyone was angry about that. And it's a really fun song, and a really fun show they did. It was, called We Just Love Eurovision Too Much, and it was just about how much Sweden loves Eurovision. And it was very funny, they were talking about what other countries had, one country had honey, Norway had money, kind of stuff, and then they were and Denmark, they have something.
That's true, they have something. We don't
highlight
know what
highlight of the
it was very funny.
Of the show.
But then, the chorus, I guess, of the song was, please don't be mad at us. We just love Eurovision too much. And they just kept singing, please don't be mad at us. And it was just so, so surreal, them singing this with like people protesting outside and stuff like that. Like everyone is angry, you know?
They are stuck with it. They can't get rid of it. They're like, please don't. No.
But I think like one thing from this year, it made Finland very happy they didn't win.
Oh yeah. True.
Because I don't think anyone would have wished to host Eurovision this year. It was a plane crash. Also, a lot of people were very angry that Mons wasn't there.
He wasn't there?
No, he wasn't there. And he wasn't invited.
Mons
He's the Heroes.
He's
Heroes.
a staple of Eurovision.
And he wasn't even invited.
What?
Did Denmark make it to the final, or did they not?
No.
Random question.
Okay, I think we should.
So they're also bad like
we should probably end this, but I wanna bring some funny news into this before we end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make us happy.
So this is kind of related, but not really. It's another big sporting event.
Yeah.
Because I think of Eurovision as a sporting event.
Yeah, fair enough.
Kind of is. This is about the Olympic Games. Because the have you heard about this, Martha?
I've heard something. I don't know if I've heard what you're gonna say.
So there's a lot of stuff happens between contestants in.
I have not heard that.
In the Olympic Games, and there are apparently big orgies.
Yep.
Every Olympic Games.
Every year.
So now the
they
contestants
supply condoms, you know.
Yeah. Now the contestants, the rooms they get, the beds there, are designed so it's difficult to have sex in them.
How?
I haven't looked into this any further, but I just saw
They have spikes.
You have to keep us updated. Yeah, after certain thrust movements, it's got spikes.
I mean, they will find a way to have sex.
Yeah,
they'll do it in the hallways if necessary.
It's top athletes. They don't need beds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
they can do it.
That's why they do
jumping.
That's why they do sex. They're distressing.
Yeah.
No. It's just all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of top athletes in the same area, and they're like, best sex of my life.
Testosterone and raging hormones.
Yeah. So that was my funny news. That was kind of related by a thin string to Eurovision.
That is very
know
funny.
Why? Maybe they have orgies afterwards.
Why are they against sex? They're French.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Oui.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to talk about the Olympic swimming pool.
Where are you guys going? With the bats and now the swimming
There's
pool?
There's been crazy drama about that. I don't know too much about it, but I'll tell you what I heard. It's not long. I'll tell you what I heard.
No sex in the swimming pool.
No sex in the swimming pool. No. The Olympics are in France this year, right? And they made a new Olympic swimming pool because they needed it because the Olympic swimming pools have to be to certain standards.
Yes.
And they made the swimming pool. They have finished it.
Yeah.
And it is not up to standard. So it cannot be used.
How?
And not only that, but it is not even up to the standard of a normal swimming pool, so it can just not be used at all. And because of this, for some reason, what I've heard is that the contestants are now going to be swimming in the river instead. Which I'm like, how is that more to standard than the swimming pool? But that's what the news said. I don't know more than that. But this was a while ago, so hopefully it has changed since then. That can't be.
It simply can't.
But that's very silly that they messed up the swimming pool. Very silly.
Yeah, this is just how to wrap this all up in Icelandic. Heimur versnandi fer.
Nákvæmlega.
Mic drop.
Yes. Guys, I don't think we needed to pad the start with ants. I think we had enough content with.
But it was riveting. It's what everyone came here for. Episode. I think people will turn off the episode after the ants.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
it's-
Marto start with Eurovision next episode, and then you come with the ant rant.
Yeah. You can't just build. You can't just start with the bombshell. You have to build up the excitement with the ants, and then you get into the Eurovision, build up the drama. So that's.
I knew
and the
the
bombshell.
Eurovision
The
drama
bombshell.
would probably take around an hour. I haven't even touched on
Yeah.
everything, you know. There was a lot more.
Yeah.
So it's continuation.
There was a lot of like Erik Saade, the Swedish singer.
Yes.
He also won
Drop.
Eurovision, right?
Yes.
He sang
Ah.
"I will be popular."
Yeah.
I will
Did he
be
win?
Maybe he didn't win.
He didn't
but
win.
he didn't win. But he sang "I will be popular," so he
Yes.
won in
Okay.
people's
He wanted to be
hearts,
popular.
I guess.
I got it.
And he is half Palestinian, I think. And he showed up with like a keffiyeh around his wrist, which is like the like scarves, you know.
Yeah.
He wore that, and EBU was very angry at him for making a political statement. And then on the final, Portugal had like keffiyeh pattern on their nails.
Damn. You can't remove the nails, EBU.
Rebels.
You can't remove the nails.
Well, I guess she can, because she had like white nails right up until she went on stage. Then all of a sudden she had the keffiyeh nails. So
Yeah.
I
Anyway,
put it in my mouth.
this is we can continue next time, I think.
Yes.
well,
Yeah.
I think this is all the Eurovision drama I can give you for now.
Okay,
Maybe
yeah.
something will arrive before next time.
Just deep dive into this.
Yes, well,
This was
Find us the
a,
answers.
I definitely
was
did
a-
deep dive quite a lot.
a very exciting episode, I feel.
Yes.
If you want more
Yeah.
Eurovision content from the Stormcast, to hear more about the storms in Eurovision,
Eurovision.
Do
write
we need
write
to
us an
start,
email.
like making YouTube videos, like reacting to each song every year?
Yeah.
Are we becoming a Eurovision channel?
Oh,
Oh, okay. Next year we're gonna react to all the songs, like either in a podcast form or in a video form. Yikes!
yeah.
We have to do video, of course. And
Yeah.
TikToks and whatnot.
Yeah, continue to wrap this up for us.
Wrap it up.
Thanks for listening, everyone, and we'll see you again next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Boom, ba-da-da-dun, du-du-du-dun-dun-dun-dun. This is not the song.